Hello everyone, my name is Ross Topp, and I'm pleased to deliver our financial results for the year ended March 31st, 2020 for our virtual annual public meeting. Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Ross Topp et je suis heureux de vous livrer nos résultats financiers dans le cadre de notre Assemblée publique annuelle virtuelle. The Canadian agriculture and agri-food sectors remained financially healthy throughout 2019. New trade agreements, historically low interest rates, a favorable Canadian dollar, and robust food demand at home and abroad were all supportive of opportunities for Canadian agriculture, agribusiness, and agri-food. At the same time, the ag industry faced a number of challenges related to weather, trade, and transportation disruptions. This, combined with the spreading of COVID-19 in Canada and around the globe, resulted in a tightening of balance sheets and increased market uncertainty. The position of the industry contributed to FCC's continued solid financial performance during the fiscal year. Net income for the year was $633 million, which was $24 million lower than the previous fiscal year. This was primarily due to lower net insurance income, fair value losses on venture capital equity investments, and higher administration expenses. This, however, was partially offset by an increase in net interest income driven by a larger loan portfolio and a decrease in the provision for credit loss charges. Our balance sheet remains strong. This is reflective of investments made at all levels of the agri-food supply chain to keep the Canadian industry competitive, as well as FCC's ability to keep pace with its focus on the exceptional customer experience. The health of the industry has a direct impact on our customers' ability to service their loans. Some of the challenges in the Canadian agriculture and agri-food sector were compounded by the emergence of COVID-19 late in the fiscal year. This market uncertainty results in industries most at risk being likely to face cash flow pressures, which could make debt repayment more difficult for some. FCC considered the current state of the economy when estimating the allowance for credit losses at March 31st and used significant judgment to make assumptions to determine how specific sectors have been impacted. To account for this increased expected loss, the allowance for credit losses increased year over year by $57 million to $255 million. Market disruptions and uncertainty have continued into the new fiscal year, and we are seeing further increases in the allowance for credit loss. We can expect this volatility to continue as the industry works its way through the changing economic conditions. Despite these challenges, FCC's financial conditions remain strong and stable. FCC had $7 billion in capital at March 31st, which included a $500 million capital contribution received from our shareholder, the Government of Canada, in March as part of the COVID-19 industry response. The $7 billion capital was $738 million higher than our capital requirements, and consistent with our discussions with our shareholders, we'll retain this excess capital through the temporary suspension of dividends. This will further strengthen FCC's capital position to address the uncertainty surrounding the longer-term impacts of COVID-19 and potential additional industry support requirements. We are closely monitoring the impacts of COVID-19 and overall economic conditions, and will continue to do whatever we can to support our customers and the agriculture and agri-food industry throughout this pandemic and for the longer term to ensure a vibrant and successful industry. Thank you for watching our virtual annual public meeting. Merci d'avoir suivi notre Assemblée publique annuelle virtuelle.